Hi, it's Robbie from Southern California. As I prepare for spring, that will be here in 2 months, I'm looking around the garden to see what's going on. This is the dog kennel. We're going to get a lot into that as the months go on. And now temporarily, maybe, I set up a few chairs here with these totes I got for $37 for 8 of them. So I'm throwing all kinds of matter in here. Now I just set these up. So let me refresh you on this. We always have to have drainage no matter what we're doing. If it's just for composting, it still has to have drainage because you don't want to drown all the microbes and earthworms and everything in there because they're not water creatures. They need oxygen, and they do get it inside and underneath all this matter. So I've got that. Also, I've got a lid because I thought maybe rats or something was going to get into it. Nothing's bothered the chairs. So I took the lids off. But because I'm composting right now in here, I put holes around the top. See the holes? This way, if there was something getting into, let's say, critters, I could cover this, and I could put even a flower pot on top, which would create some weight so no mice or rats would be able to get into it. I can't prevent bears, but thank goodness we don't deal with bears. So right now I've done these 3. And they were really kind of getting full, and this is eggs, egg shells, and there's a little bit of paper in there, and then there's all kinds of stuff. Corn on the cob, chicken, a little bit of chicken that we didn't eat, muscle and part that's, no good. Weeds in there, dragon fruit, you name it, it's in there. Orange peels, citrus, banana peels, greens we don't eat. So I covered this one. I went ahead and collected soil wherever I could. And then what I did was I covered the top, because I want this one to start really breaking down. Once it breaks down, I can grow in it. So I could either move the soil, shovel out here and there, and fill up containers, whether it's for my dog kennel or anywhere around the yard, or I could leave this, if I really get lazy, and just plant in it. I really wanted to be able to step back and see the dog kennel. But you know what? It wouldn't hurt to have some squash growing here. And having these totes, these are 18-gallon totes, completely encircled, let's say in tulle. You know how I love my tulle. You can probably see it through the back there. I would be able to protect each plant. It's harder when it's really big sometimes, but I can protect the plant and grow each plant as needed. So we'll see how it goes there. But this is what I wanted to share with you today. Look, let's walk over here. Oh, look, mushrooms. You can compost that too. That's breaking down all the matter. That's what the fungi grows on. Look at here. Gary's been working up there trimming this tree. Do you see that? Let's zoom in. Oh my goodness, what do we have here? Well, Gary's finally got his beehive again. Those are just honeybees or whatever that broke off of somebody's beehive or showed up here a while ago. They are building like mad. We're not getting in there to get any of the honey, but they're going to go ahead and they're going to pollinate all the plants around here. So we now have our own native beehive. Now, they're not bothering us. This is our junk pile that we've been going into, and here's my tomato stakes I've collected over the years, and all the other containers. We have to see if they're good to keep, or when I need something, I know to come here. But they haven't bothered me. They're busy as a bee. They have been going around as the weather's gotten nicer, and yes, we're actually warm, doing their thing, pollinating the plants, going to enjoy spring, and they're there. Will they stay there? I don't know. We'll see how long they'll stay there, but they have set up a home, and they are doing whatever they need to do. And in the meantime, I have been working on all this stuff here. I've gotten an entire table done of turmeric and ginger in here. I've got 3 more tables to do. It was supposed to be 2, but it seems like I have a lot more than I thought, and that's okay. Because right now, I'm actually thinking about planting more winter crops in here because it's all prepped and done. I can cover it with tulle. I can move them because they're portable. They're about 1.5 gallon pots. And I could grow even carrots in there, or radishes, or lettuce. I haven't planted anything in there. There's actually very little soil in here, but look at, things are starting to grow. Because this is mainly what came out of it, leaves, wood chips, whatever I found on the ground, and put it all back there. It's packed with leaves. Different leaves coming off of the ginger and the turmeric, maybe a little bit of collard, not much, just stuff from the ground, and it's already breaking down. And what is it? Mother Nature's soil. You know, keep this in mind. If you're in a place that's got sun, you can grow pretty much whatever you want. You've got sun, you've got a place to grow a garden, be it in a big yard, on a deck, a patio, container gardening. And let me tell you, yes, in the ground is fantastic, but you have more control when you are growing, whether it's on chairs or plain old containers. I'm going to show you containers you never even thought about growing in this year, because I'm growing all kinds of stuff right now. But I am going to go back to work around here. It's not work. It's actually, to me, enjoyable. It's exercise. It's a stress reliever. And I absolutely love working in the garden. I love to have nice blue skies, a little bit of warmth. Oh yeah, 50, 60 degrees. I'll take it. Because with the sun beating on you and you're working and moving things around, it's really, really cool to work outside. Even if it's just for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, whatever you've got, you do it. And boy, will you reap the benefits when spring comes. This is just so beautiful. The only thing I hear in the distance is leaf blowers. Oh, they're leaf blowers, but what are you going to do? At least it's in the distance. And this I hope to have bursting into vegetables and all kinds of plants growing in the spring. Now, that's not to say my dog kennel's empty. It is not empty. Oh no, I've got lettuce growing in there, different brassicas in there. I've got an eggplant with an eggplant on it. I've got peppers still growing, and I've got a lot of weeds. And you know what? All those weeds that are growing on the bottom, guess where they're going? Back into the totes, because those weeds are my future soil. So I hope I've given you some ideas. And if you've got issues, you can fix it. Pretty much, I'm going to say 90%, if not 95% of your issues when it comes to gardening can be fixed. But you've got to analyze what is the issue. If it's rabbits, simply lift your containers off the ground. I use chairs. If it's rodents, the same thing, but they leap a little bit, you may have to wrap it with tulle. And tulle does work. I use it all over. Now, if it's bears, I can't really help you with that, but a dog kennel could be helpful because nothing gets into the dog kennel. So you've got to really understand the issues you've got. If it's simply insects, you've got it made. You cover it with tulle and go for it. I've got videos on if you're dealing with squash bugs, how to start now, have your place ready, and keep those squash bugs out before they come. And you have to know what kind of squash bugs you're dealing with, because if they're hibernating in the ground, you don't want to use that soil. You want to start building your own soil now and keep it covered, and you'd be able to grow all the squash you want. So with that, have a wonderful day. Don't forget to eat what you grow. And I'm going back to cover these totes that are almost full to the top, so I can have this broken down, and come March, maybe I'll stick a seed in there. We'll see. Bye-bye. Now, let me tell you something. Always leave the link inside my description under the video for the tulle, because I can't emphasize enough, it is the cheapest place to buy it. It's like $10, free shipping, 54 inches wide, 40 yards long, and one will cover your garden. And because of that, I had all these tomatoes.